Hi, y'all. Welcome to another episode. Today, we are going to finish up our Kenkey. Remember the Kenkey that we're allowing to ferment? Yes, we need to make it today. So, all you need is your husk. You ensure that your husk is clean and well separated. So, you're going to wash it, put the husk in a bowl, add some water, wash it, make sure that it's thoroughly clean to your preference. Get your fermented Kenkey. Look at how it looks. This is how you want it to look. I made it ferment for 4 days. You can ferment it to how many days you want. That's up to you, but I did it for 4 days. Now I'm breaking the corn mix and I'm dividing it into 3 equal parts. It's essential that you make sure that you have 3 equal parts so you can mix one part with the other 2 parts. So this is my 3 mix, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to dissolve 1 part in water. As you can see, make sure you break it all to take away any lumps, and then you add your water. You mix thoroughly. This is just like the process for banku. So if you're aware or familiar with how to prepare banku, this is just how you do it. The only difference is this has no cassava dough. Immediately you add cassava dough to your banku, your corn dough, that's banku. So you want to not add cassava dough. So mix this, make sure that it's smooth and ready to go onto the pot. Add some salt, and the deal here is to add a lot of salt because when you take it from boil and put it to mix it with the other 2 parts, if the salt is not a lot, it's not going to be tasty. So add more salt, stir, and just as you prepare your banku, this is how you want it to be, breaking all lumps. So you keep stirring. So this part of the Kenkey is what we call the aflata. When you're making it this way, it's called the aflata. So if you hear me say aflata, I'm just referring to this part of the Kenkey, process. So you keep mixing your aflata, taking away any thing that you see in there that's foreign. So if you bring a burnt part up, just make sure that you take it out. If you see anything in the corn dough mix that you feel you don't like, make sure you take it out. But obviously it should be clean. Keep stirring to break any lumps. Ensure that every part is evenly heated up or cooked. And also make sure that your aflata is soft. So if you see me adding more water, all I'm trying to do is make sure that my aflata is getting soft so I can have a very soft consistency when my Kenkey is ready. So put more water around it. Just make sure it's extremely soft, and then ensure that the Kenkey is cooked, well cooked. So just in case somebody is hungry at home and you want to give them some of this, it's easy to just give it to them without they having to wait for the Kenkey. Now your other 2 parts, you make sure that you pour a bit into the base of a bowl. So you pour your aflata on it. You don't want the aflata to be stuck under the bowl because it's extremely hot. So you pour it onto a bit of the corn dough, and then you pour the rest of the other 2 parts on top of it. You don't want to waste no corn. At this point, you go in and mix it with my language, we call this the binkuta, means like the stick for driving Kenkey or banku. And then when it's cool enough, you go in with your hand and mix thoroughly. Make sure that you mix to break any lumps that will come from the corn dough that you just added. Mix thoroughly. Remember, at this point you cannot add any salt, you cannot add any water. And then get your clean husk and the job begins. If you cannot do this, please just buy your Kenkey because this process is long. It's difficult, especially if you're trying it for the first time. Putting it in the husk is not easy to make, I'm going to try this 3 or 2 different times for you to see how I made it. Even you can see that it wasn't easy for me to make at all. So you roll your door in the husk and push it in. Make sure it's deep in, again, deep in. And then you push it up, making sure that the base is tight. You roll it at the top and then press it into the middle. Yes, like that. And there you have your Kenkey. It's not easy, so if you're doing this for your first time, you're definitely going to face some challenges, but practice makes perfect. But perfect practice brings perfection. Always remember that. Practice makes perfect, but perfect practice brings perfection. So the more you try this, the better you're going to be at it. So keep trying it. If you just want to be making this at home and with as little as $10, or I don't know how much the currency will be in your country, you should be able to make these balls and enjoy it. So again, you roll it, put it in the middle, and then close it like that. Trust me, it's not easy if you're trying this for the first time. Kudos to you if you try it. Share your trials with me. I can post it on my Instagram, and of course I'll mention you that you tried it, and I'll be extremely happy to see that people are trying this. Kudos to Amadakon. I know you tried this and I'm very proud of you. So this is the 3rd time I'm trying this. You get your husk, you roll your mix in there. When the husk is not full enough, you want to get another one and put it inside the original one, and then you close it up, work from the bottom, push it deep inside like that. Make sure it's deep so that when you press it from the upper parts, the bottom does not bring out any Kenkey mix. And then you push this in the middle, and then there you have it. So your balls are going to be made this way, all of them. I'm a fan of Kenkey. I love Kenkey. And so this wasn't easy for me to make, but I actually loved doing it. So let's get ready. You put some husk at the base of your utensil. You want it to be able to receive any burn or directly on the heat. If it's going to burn when you're not looking, that part takes most of the burn. And I'm putting all my Kenkey balls in this container. You can see that I had a lot of balls. Like I said, it's affordable if you're making this at home. It's not typically easy, but you can have a lot of balls. So if you love Kenkey like me, just try this. Arrange it so that it's easy to pick, and add some water and put this on your stove or whatever heat you have. Put on some corn husk. This is Kenkey. You want it to feel like the forest of Kenkey. So more husk, the better. Cover this with your pot cover, or if you have some napkin, that should also receive a lot of the heat, so you can put a napkin over it. I realized that my pot was too small, so I boiled water and I put some of my Kenkey balls in there so that it can all cook evenly and be ready at the same time. So yeah, you can see me taking some Kenkey out and transferring it into a different pot. That's just what I'm doing. I love Kenkey. So there you have it. You can eat this with soups, to pepper, like I'm doing with fried fish. Try this. Let me know how it felt. Let me know how I did. Give me a thumbs up on YouTube. Remember to subscribe, follow on Instagram, comment, share, and the good stuff. Let me know how I did, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, bye.